So Cardiff is, I guess we call it a traditional university. It's one of the older sort of universities within the UK, although not as old as perhaps some of the Scottish universities and sort of Oxford and Cambridge. But we're established in 1883, so we're just over, I guess, just over 130 years old, and we're one of the biggest in the UK. We have about 28,000 students at Cardiff. It's actually pushing close to 30,000 students now, and they study across 24 academic schools. So a really kind of wide range of subject areas that are available at Cardiff. We're part of what's called the Russell Group, and you may have heard of the Russell Group. The Russell Group is the kind of elite tier of research-led UK universities in the various towns and cities of the UK. And, you know, Oxford and Cambridge are in the Russell Group, UCL, King's, Imperial, and also sort of universities like Manchester, Birmingham, Glasgow, Edinburgh, and we're very proud to be part of that group as well. And we're the only Welsh member of the Russell Group as well. That ranking information that I put there has just been overtaken. I've got us there as ranked 151st in the world, which we are in the most recent QS rankings, but we were also recently ranked in the top 25 in the UK in the Times rankings as well. So you know, we're really pleased with our you know, how we're doing in the rankings and where we're kind of ranked against other UK universities. And many of our academic programs rank, you know, within the top 5 and 10 in the UK. You know, a few examples. You know, we're generally regarded to be among the top sort of 3 or 4 journalism schools in the UK. We also have an excellent school of psychology, which usually comes out in the top sort of 4 or 5. Civil engineering is similarly ranked, and we have really good rankings in things like biosciences, computer science, and even areas like sort of geography and regional planning and sustainable development and those sorts of areas. We're also sort of proud to say that we're a very internationally connected university. So we have, you know, getting on for 9,000 international students coming from almost every country in the world at Cardiff. We have partnerships all over the world, and that includes sort of research partnerships, exchanges, and various other connections with universities overseas. And we have lots of opportunities for our students to study and to travel and to be involved in getting an overseas experience while they're with us at Cardiff. And that's the case for our UK students, but also for our international students as well. You know, lots and lots of opportunities to engage internationally when you're studying at Cardiff. And also lots and lots of opportunities to be involved in quite innovative and quite interesting teaching. So one of the things we're big on is kind of problem-based learning. This is something that, you know, kind of permeates a lot of our academic programs. One example would be our School of Medicine, where they shifted their whole kind of curriculum to like a situational type of learning a couple of years ago, and that's worked really, really well. Much like many other UK universities, we offer teaching in a variety of different styles, you know, lectures, seminar groups, one-to-one sessions. You know, again, like other UK universities, you will have a personal tutor who's there to sort of supervise and support your work when you're studying with us at Cardiff as well. And, you know, we're very sort of technologically enabled. All of our libraries are well networked. We offer lots of opportunities for digital engagement, and, you know, teaching and learning is something we're you know, very, very focused upon. We are a research-led university, but we understand, you know, the importance of teaching. And one of the great things about studying at any research-led university, not just Cardiff, is, you know, you're being taught by academic staff who are real world leaders in their fields. We also sort of pride ourselves in allowing students, where at all possible, to shape their degree in their own way. So, you know, year in industry, a year abroad, a placement year, getting some work experience, or a professional training year. These are all things that many of our programs offer. Not all of our programs at the moment, but a large majority. So, you know, our computer science programs offer the opportunity both at undergraduate and master's level to take a year's placement with one of our partners in industry. Similarly, our engineering and our bioscience programs and our earth and ocean science programs offer similar opportunities. One of the things I'm asked wherever I am in the world, so I'm here in the United States at the moment, I'm flying back to London in the next hour or so, and one of the things that I'm asked about a lot is kind of careers, you know, and life after studying at Cardiff. And, you know, we really do emphasize that our graduates are very much sort of sought after by employers. Careers and employability team are really proactive. They help students find those skills that they need. And, you know, there's just on this slide a list of some of the kind of, you know, big corporate kind of blue chip companies that do recruit our students. And they will often, you know, come onto campus and recruit directly at careers fairs and things. As well as those, though, I always emphasize that, you know, lots of our students don't necessarily go on to these kind of corporate sort of blue chip companies. Many do, but many will do things like work in government, or work in the media, or work in marketing, or work in the health system, you know, the health service in the UK. So going to education or teaching, you know, there's a huge amount of career paths that Cardiff degrees open up. We also offer, and you know, this is something we're really proud of, we offer, you know, really substantial support to our international students. So we offer English language support for students both before they enroll with us and also during their studies if they need that. So if, for example, you want to come and take a business program and you need an IELTS level of 6.5, but you have a 6, you can come and take a pre-sessional program which will get you up to that 6.5 level, you know, in time to start your degree program. We're just this week, it's arrival and induction week at Cardiff, and you know, we are picking up students from the airport. We're driving them down to Cardiff, getting them settled in their university residences and accommodation. And while they're here, we have an international student support centre as well, which gives you know, advice on anything from visas to finance, welfare, settling in, you know, mental health support. All of these support services are in place at Cardiff. I'm also often asked about fees. Tuition fees at Cardiff are among the kind of lower quarter of the Russell Group. And we do have some scholarships as well. We have some partial scholarships. We kind of don't have the sort of US style full scholarships at Cardiff, and probably not at all that many UK universities. But we have some really good scholarship programs on a partial basis that allow students to gain, you know, it's usually sort of £1,500 or £2,000 based on their academic grades, and then to sustain that over the period of their study at Cardiff. We also have, you know, if you come to the UK to study, your visa will allow you to work for 20 hours a week during term time and 40 hours a week during university vacation time. So we have like a job shop that helps students find part-time and casual work. And look, I mean, you're not going to be able to use that to like cover all of your tuition, but part-time working is a really great opportunity to, you know, to top up your living costs and, you know, allow you to sort of fund your as well. Money and living expenses is a big deal, and we're really proud of the fact that Cardiff is one of the most affordable cities in the UK. You know, it's a capital city, it's the capital of Wales, and we'll come to that in a moment. So it is a major city, but it tends to come in cheaper than a lot of the other major cities. Now, the UK is not generally thought of as a cheap country to come to, but actually it perhaps, you know, when you look into it a little bit further, it can be. You know, our degree programs are 3 years in length. We have at the moment actually there's something of a slide in the value of the pound, so the pound is pretty low. That may change, but you know, it's quite a good time to be you know, to be spending money in the UK because of the, you know, relatively low cost of the pound at the moment. And also in a city like Cardiff, you can get around without having to, you know, you won't need a car. And to be honest, you probably don't need to get a bus or a train all that often, because most of the city is quite walkable, you know, or you can walk or go by bicycle, which is what I do. It's a pretty flat, pretty compact city, easy to get around. The university is right in the heart of the city centre. So you save money just on things like your travel and your transport costs as well. So just coming to the city itself, I'm slightly biased. I'm from Cardiff. It's my hometown. I love it there. but you know, it is, regardless of my biases, it is an amazing city, and our students tell us that. It's pretty safe. You know, obviously in any city you have to be careful, but you know, in general, it's a safe city. Crime is low. It's friendly. It's also, you know, it was one of the major port cities in the 19th century in the UK, and what that meant is that communities from all over the world came to Cardiff at quite an early point in our history. So you know, we have communities from everywhere. You know, you name it, we have communities. It's a really multicultural city. You know, we have a wide range of, you know, religious, cultural facilities, international food. It's you know, without being too big, it's quite an international and multicultural sort of place to live. And it's also clean and green. And this is kind of the reason I like it. It doesn't feel like a kind of overwhelmingly urban city. It feels like a kind of quite a clean, green, open space with a good quality of life. This image here is of the castle, which is Cardiff Castle. It's right on the sort of edge of our campus, right in the center of the city. So this kind of green space in the center of the city is, you know, pretty unusual, really, I think, in a UK city, certainly to the extent that we have it. And, you know, it's kind of all there. You know, there's a lot of beautiful green space, but there's fantastic shopping, really good art scene, cultural scene, music scene. And in fact, we'll come to that now. We have the Principality Stadium, which is formerly known as the Millennium Stadium, right in the center of the city as well. You know, I go there to watch football matches. My friends who are fans of rugby, they will go to watch rugby matches. But we have all kinds of major events there. We've had European Champions League final there. We've had major international sporting events. And, you know, you get the big names playing in the stadium as well, you know, in terms of gigs and concerts. So like, you know, we'll have Bruce Springsteen there, or Beyonce, or U2, you know, really big names that play in the stadium. We also have a really good kind of thriving independent scene as well. So if, like me, you kind of like, you know, discovering new bands and getting into new music, there's lots of opportunities to do that in Cardiff as well. So it's a really vibrant, really kind of lively place. Sport's a big part of what we do as well. You know, we don't have a Premiership football team. I hope we will have one soon, but we do have, you know, fantastic sort of sports facilities, and just, you know, it's generally very lively. I won't go through all of this. This is 5 facts about Wales. And I mentioned that we're the capital city of Wales. Wales is a very distinctive part of the UK. It's a wonderful part of the UK. You know, I'm Welsh, so I'm biased, but, you know, we have a really distinctive culture. One thing I will say is we have our own language in Wales. I actually don't speak it fluently despite being Welsh. About 1 in 5 Welsh people actually speak the language. However, you know, my kids do. My children go to a Welsh school. They are fluent Welsh speakers, and more people are speaking the language. So if you come to Cardiff, you know, you can learn a little bit of Welsh should you want to while you're studying with us, but you don't have to. Everybody speaks English. Every Welsh speaker also speaks English. No one would expect you to speak any Welsh. It's an amazing language. We're very proud of it, but you don't have to speak it to come to Wales or to study in Wales. Okay, I'm going to finish up because I know my colleagues from Pronabec said that, you know, they were hoping for time for some questions and answers. But just a little bit of information here on where to get more help. You can reach me on that email address, international@cardiff.ac.uk, and our office telephone number is there as well. And if you kind of do have any questions about any of this, you know, how to get to Cardiff, how to apply for your visa, what the entry requirements are, just let us know, drop us an email, give us a call anytime, or you can just ask me now. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Thank you for your time.